show? Okay. I've been getting money since the 80s. Hold on. What you say? Go ahead, man. Stop playing, man. They gave you a show, man, for real. Yeah, man. It's official. Oh, why? You want me to do what? I'm gonna let Goon study though. Yeah, what's good, CEO? What's up, man? That's what's good. Pass the word that he got the show, man. Oh, you lying, man. What? You mean to tell me that you don't got a show? And that you don't need to be on the show? You gonna pass the what? Man, that's gonna be some more money. Alright, I'll do it. I'll pass the word, man. Just give me that loop. I know my show will make you feel some type of way. Check out my show, man. Don't tell Max I'm gonna be on the show. You know the K.Kinte show. Don't tell Max I'm gonna be on the Max.
Yes, welcome to the K.Kinte show. This season 4, and I'm your host, K.Kinte, the conscious comedian. How y'all doing out there? You know what I'm saying? Before I start, I just want to, give a thanks to the universe, Almighty God, for, another opportunity for having a show. This is my 4th season. This is going to be a great show, too. Black History Month. Y'all already know how I do when it's Black History Month. Y'all know I'm going to go in. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're looking at my show, just get ready, because I'm going in. It's Black History Month. I got a guest in the building right now with me. This is my brother. He always kind of open my seasons up, my first episodes. Y'all know him by now, the brother that got the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? We did a lot of videos together. We gonna show y'all tonight. You got my brother, Haki Kweli Shakur, in the building with me. You know what I'm saying? So, we got a lot of great videos for y'all. I got some buffoonery for y'all. I got the characters for y'all. But, this Black History Month, so I wanted to open it up real special because we got a lot of house niggas running around. Oh, y'all know I'm going to get into it. I'm sorry. We got a lot of house niggas running around. Oh, before I finish, talking about the house niggas, y'all peep the bow tie. Y'all see what I'm doing? Kente cloth. You feel me? That's Black History Month. Kente cloth. Check me, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't see me like that. I'm just chilling right now. It's a special occasion for me. So now, house niggas. We got some awards for y'all. The guy Daryl Cracker, he got the House Nigga Awards that he wanted to present to y'all, and I just want y'all to check this skit out right now. It's called the House Nigga Awards with Daryl Cracker.
Hi, I'm Daryl, and welcome to the first annual House Nigga Awards. The first award that I will be giving out to will be the recipient of the endorsement House Coon Award. Now let me explain this, ladies and gentlemen. This first award goes to the person that endorses, somebody that got a lot of money. Somebody that's rich, that's a billionaire. Somebody like I will endorse. Well, I'm going to give this award to no other than Richmond, Virginia, Pastor, Minister, Steve Parsons of Richmond Christians. You have received the first annual House of the Lord. Let's get it up. Steve Parsons. I really thought he deserved the award, man, because he endorsed Donald Trump, like I endorsed Donald Trump. I seen him on Fox News. Did you see him on Fox News? Great interview. I love it. Great. Steve Parsons. Okay. For this second award, we'll be giving out the Uncle Tom Endorsement Award. Now, the Uncle Tom Endorsement Award goes to Dr. Ben Carson, Republican. Let's give it up to Ben Carson. He's my typical black guy. I like the guy. I think he should be president too as well as Trump. But I like I like a lot of stuff being said. He said he don't want the Muslims to come in the country. So I feel kind of being what Ben's talking about. So, and Ben's black just like I'm black. So, I like what Ben's talking about. So, well, Ben, you are the recipient of the Uncle Tom at the first annual House Nigga Awards. Hi, and I'm Dark, and welcome to the first annual House Nigga Awards. Now, for award number 3, which this award is the Sellout Award. Now, the Sellout Award goes to no other than the beautiful, talented, sexy, beautiful Stacey Dash. And I think Stacey Dash deserved it, because I agree with a lot of things Stacey Dash said. Like, let's get rid of BET. Why is it here? Hey, the hell with a Black History Month. I don't understand what Stacey Dash was talking about.
I think it's ludicrous.
Why?
Because we have to make up our minds. Either we want to have segregation or integration. And if we don't want segregation, then we need to get rid of channels like BET and the BET Awards and the Image Awards, where you're only awarded if you're black. If it were the other way around, we would be up in arms. It's a double standard.
So you say there shouldn't be a BET channel?
No, I don't think so, no. Just like there shouldn't be a Black History Month. We're Americans, period, that's it.
Are you saying there shouldn't be a Black History Month because there isn't a White History Month?
Exactly.
Al Sharpton has...
So I feel that she deserves the Sellout Award. And thank you, Stacey Dash, because you sold out your whole race, just like I'm doing. We don't care. Let's give it up to Stacey Dash. Hi, and I'm Daryl, and welcome to the first annual House Nigga Awards. Now for award number 4, this category is the American. The recipient of the American Award is no other than That's So Raven, Raven Simone. Let's give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Raven Simone receives the American Award because she says she's not African American. She's not part of Africa. She's an American. She loves the United States. She doesn't see herself black, just like I don't. I don't see myself black. I actually grew up around a lot of white people, so I don't really see myself black too much. I don't even know what chitlins and pork actually really taste like. I don't know. Oh well, but let's give it up for Raven Simone, ladies and gentlemen. That's So Raven, the American Award. Thank you out there, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the first annual House Nigga Awards. If someone that you didn't like received the award, just feel free to contact me, Daryl Cracker. Then I'll put them in a category and see. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, everybody wanted some Oscars and different things. Y'all see the House Nigga Awards? Hope I don't get a lot. I know I got a lot of slack off that one right there because people are like, oh, who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's conscious comedy. That's all. Conscious comedy. I told you I'm going to go hard for Black History Month. Now, Glasses VA. I got up with Glasses VA, the character, the world's favorite rapper, Glasses VA, Touche Shorty. I got up with him like last week because he said he coming through the show this season to get a live interview. But when he left me, though, he's shooting a movie now. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't believe Glasses left me the footage to the little mini movie, Slave City Records, Scullyville, the Nation, the Plot. Check out this trailer, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, glass is moving. I couldn't even believe it when I seen this movie trailer. I'm trying to figure out what this movie gonna be about. You know, he got this whole team in the movie. I mean, let's check out this trailer. Slaves to the Records, Scullyville, the Nation, the plot.
Police turned up 4 more bodies, charred in the trunk of a burned-out car near the airport.
All we wanna be is El Chapo. And these all street niggas I know. All I wanna be is El Chapo. Fully automatic like your auto. All I wanna be is El Chapo. $3 billion in pesos. All I wanna be is El Chapo. And when I meet him, I'ma tell him bravo. I live a life so crazy, make me start smoking Newports. And you ain't coming in, I'ma serve you on the capo. My pluggy coming in, I'm about to scoop it from the airport. And ain't no room for nothing else but money in my condo. I'm ballin' like a bitch, you think my grandmother Griselda. These suckers, they can't wait to double cross you like Diego.
I'm here with my guest, Hockey Quality Shakur, man. You know what I'm saying? He been putting in a lot of work with me. You know, we got this video that we dropped, you know, as far as with the Black Wall Street. And before we go into this video, we do a lot of history videos around Richmond about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on, because Richmond is a historical state. And Jackson Ward, Black Wall Street, we knew about Tulsa, Oklahoma on Black Wall Street, but a lot of people ain't know about Jackson Ward, Black Wall Street. You know, and I mean, and that's one of the biggest Black Wall Streets we ever had. As far as with Bojangles, Madam C.J. Walker, we can go on, but we gonna do a little bit of the talking about the Black Wall Street. I just want y'all to check this video out that me and this brother did right here. You know what I'm saying? The Modern Day Slave and Hockey Quality Shakur. This Black Wall Street video. Check this out, man. This is a little history, some creativity. You know how we do.
You know I'm still in Richmond, Virginia, the home of the first slave state. You old color folks don't know shit down here, do you? You old color folks won't even come to the slave trail. You old color folks hate the goddamn African burial ground. And you old color folks don't even know nothing about Black Wall Street.
Welcome to Black Wall Street. My name is Hockey Shakur. I want to talk about one of the most prosperous economic, self-independent periods in our town. See, there were 3 Black Wall Streets. There was Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, aka North Africa. There was Black Wall Street, Durham, North Carolina. But I'm going to talk about our Black Wall Street, which is Jackson Ward, Richmond, Virginia, the Black Mecca, Harlem of the South. I want to talk about the father and the mother of Black Wall Street, William Washington Brownie and Maggie L. Walker. William Washington Brownie came from Tennessee. He escaped slavery. And when he escaped slavery, he came to Richmond, Virginia, and became a part of the True Reformers Order. And when he became a part of the True Reformers Order, they came to build something that was more powerful than ever. And through this period of time, Maggie L. Walker became the first Black African woman to own a bank and run a bank in the United States of America. William Washington Brownie was the first Black male man to ever create a Black bank and to run a Black bank in the United States of America. Their whole plan was to keep the Black dollar in the Black community and to take care of their own people. All this was done as soon as we came out of slavery. Our people have always been independent people. Black Wall Street. From 1880 to the 1930s, Richmond, Virginia was the Black Mecca of commerce. Everything came through here. This town was built up so it can build up our wealth and keep the wealth in our communities. We was independent people. We had 5 theaters. We had doctor's offices, lawyer offices. We had over 130-something retail, grocery stores, and other types of businesses in Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street was also the center of the entertainment world. 2nd Street, known as the Deuce, where all the performers from the Harlem Renaissance and all over the United States of America came here to entertain our people. Black Wall Street, the black mecca of commerce and capitalism. This town was destroyed by gentrification from the hates of Europeans. They built a highway and took the highway straight through Black Wall Street. And when they took that highway straight through Black Wall Street, they forced integration. And when integration came into play, Black Wall Street started to decline. And after they started to decline, our people were known the same afterwards. So basically all I wanted to tell you, our people have always been independent people, striving for self-determination and independence, and to take care of their own people. Black Wall Street, Jackson Ward.
Don't tell Master you seen me. I know y'all colored folks know something about Black Wall Street now, huh? More to the story. Own your own shit. I'm out. Don't tell Master you seen me.
Yeah, so we like to drop little videos for Black History Month, man. That Black Wall Street video. Now, so I'm here with my guest, man, my brother, man. This brother right here, man, got so many jewels, knowledge. Black Wall Street. So, brother Hockey Kweli Shakur, what Black Wall Street mean to you, man?
Black Wall Street means self-determination and black economics and, control of our own destiny. The things that we done, got away from and we need to get back to, because Black Wall Street was, that was the everything. That was the Mecca. That was the black dollar took about, 360 times before the black dollar left our community. Now the dollar leaves our community quicker than you get it. So Black Wall Street should be taught in Richmond public schools and everything to our kids. Our kids don't even know about Black Wall Street around here.
So why do you think that is not taught especially in Richmond, Virginia, about the Jackson Ward, the Black Wall Street and different things? Why do you think it's not taught though,
It's all because of the public education system. These type of systems of education systems that we, living under, they don't want to teach black kids, independence and how to do things on their own. So they keep that type of history suppressed. Plus, the city we live in is historically, this is where slavery started.
Let people know how historically this city is, because this Black History Month, Richmond, Virginia, a lot of people still don't know the most historical thing. Like you said, Black Wall Street. Mm-hmm. We had Bojangles, mm-hmm. Madam C.J. Walker, the first black-owned bank, mm-hmm. right for Black Wall Street. Mm-hmm. Black History Month. Mm-hmm. So go elaborate on some of that stuff, man.
First of all, Richmond, Virginia is the foundation of the slave trade, the domestic slave trade hub. Mm-hmm. This is where our ancestors first came to in slavery and was sold to the deeper South. That's one aspect of our history. After that, when our ancestors were freed and emancipated out of, slavery, our ancestors began one of the greatest, economic periods ever. Coming out of slavery, they built, like you just said, Jackson Ward, Black Wall Street, Churchill. All these places were black dominated.
And I didn't mean to cut you off, but speaking of Churchill, because most of, my generation, I'm in my mid-30s, and most of my parents, everybody I knew, as far as in Richmond, everybody came from the Churchill, Jackson Ward area anyway. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Clay Street, Lee Street, and all that. Yeah. So that's how I guess, as far as with the Black Wall Street you saying, built up like that, because we was together back then on, basically, because Southside and different things, that was basically, we wasn't on that side at the time. Yeah. Like that. Talk about, speaking about that Richmond, as far as with the segregation of how that came about too.
Yeah, because due to the domestic slave trade, this side of town is where the domestic slave trade took place, in Shackle Bottom. And this whole area is where they kept us, you know, combobulated and together. Yeah. I mean, we had ancestors on the south side also, but that was like later in the years after we started to, you know, the whites and other ethnic groups started to integrate into Jackson Ward and other parts of the, you know, on north side, this side of town. Yeah. So that kind of forced us to the south side, where we also built up another economic, you know, force, which was on the Hall Street area. That was a predominant black economic area also, called Manchester. See, that wasn't called Richmond at first, it was called Manchester. So when we moved over there, we did good things also. But the reason why all these areas over here was successful was because this is where the slave trade was, and this is why our ancestors were kept at in Babylon, you know, all in one area to try to keep us controlled. But we, you know, we managed to, you know, do great things once we got freed.
Man, and I mean that I just enjoy doing videos with you, man, because you know we did another video together. You know, we went to the 150th anniversary emancipation of our people. The summertime we did this video, and I mean this was a powerful video too. I want y'all to check this one out too, ladies and gentlemen. The African Burial Ground 150th anniversary emancipation. Let's check this one out.
Runaway slave. I got the blood of K.Kinte, fighting for my freedom. If I had to lose my life, then so be it. So chop off my feet, chop off my hands, finna roll up out this bitch if I can. Man, I'm sick of being held back, sick of being blackballed. Why you think they label me a motherfucking outlaw? Spirit too bright to be locked in a cage. I release my rage when I'm rocking the stage. Better yet, cocking the gauge, fleeing the plantation. I do this for lost souls, ducking them drug cases. I'm burning up my papers and making a few changes. I'm dropping my slave name and rocking with my alias. Young know the Pope give hope to young strugglers. You one of us, runaway slaves, you should come with us. Know the Pope give hope to young strugglers. You one of us, runaway slaves.
K.Kinte, the conscious comedian, man. Y'all already know where we at. African Burial Ground, we paying homage. Y'all see the tent right there. Now let's go to my brother, Shorty, hip-hop artist. He paid homage. Matter of fact, his family pays homage, man. Tell the people what it's about, Shorty. You know how we do.
Basically, man, today is significant, April 3rd, basically when the United States Colored Troops marched into Richmond, you know, to free the slaves at the beginning of slavery, beginning of freeing the slaves, man.
So speak your piece, please, beautiful.
It's about bringing a conscious awareness to not only Richmond, but to the youth, with culture, history, and just real consciousness of your identity, your black identity, because black is beautiful no matter, you know, what range of shade, from darker to lighter. Like, we're all connected. We have that running through our veins, from
all that
Africa
melanin
to America. So it's just about bringing conscious awareness to the youth and to yourself.
All day.
This is K.Kinte Shakur, seat of Gabriel Prosper. As you can see, we out here in Shackle Bottom at the 150th anniversary of the celebration of our ancestors being freed out of slavery. As you can see, this is the African burial grounds where, you know, Gabriel Prosper was assassinated and where most of our ancestors were buried at. This is celebrating the 3,000 colored troops who came through Richmond, Virginia to emancipate our ancestors and to release our ancestors out those chains. This is a significant period in the time of our history of new African people in America because, you know, dealing with the psychodrama and the dehumanization of our ancestors. So just take a look around. As you can see, it's the commemoration of our ancestors being emancipated. Red, black, and green, as you can see. Richmond, Virginia. This is the most historical city in the world. Because this is the first place that our ancestors were freed from.
K.Kinte, the conscious comedian, here with my beautiful queen sister. Oh, look at all this stuff she did right here. Oh, I'm praising our ancestors. I just want you to just take time and talk to some of the younger generations, especially the sisters. I gotta say the sisters, because this is a queen right here. A queen.
Well, I was a queen before I was 40. I was a queen when I was 20. I became a queen when I was 15 because I got woken up by Brand Nubian. I got woken up by De La, Tribe Called Quest, Jungle Brothers, Africa Bambaataa. I got woken up by Sadat X, Derek X, who gets the flavor. So this is the evolution of over 20 years. Doing your work, being in alignment with what the ancestors call you to do. This work here was work of the descendant community that just as a vessel, as a channel, I was able to manifest in 2015 on April 3rd. It's the Emancipation Day, and this space right here has been liberated by the people. We had 20 incarcerated young brothers and a sister who I called up for help to clean this space because the municipality that has been given responsibility to keep this space had not made it down here, and it was a hot mess. There were 27 bags of trash that we collected from this space, and it was in disrepair. And you cannot look at a commission and say, why did they leave our ancestral burial ground to fall fallow? Because it's not anyone's responsibility, it's all of our responsibility. Not one, all. So we cleaned it up together. We changed the signage to reflect something that shows an emancipated space, a liberated space. We have the red, black, and green flags, which we know represent the blood of the people, the land, and the fertility of eating green, and our melanin is activated by chlorophyll. And the blackness, which is the root of all melanated beings, the same color as the sky when the stars are bright. It's the color in the middle of my eye. It's the color in the watermelon seed, which is why watermelon and melanin sound so familiar. Anyway, I digress. So, just check us out like in a little bit. We're going to be able to elevate this space together, and it'll be a thing that we're able to talk about for the next 50 years. And please know that these are the stories that we have in our generation, like our grandparents and parents talked about, Marshall Washington and stuff. What's happening right now is the same thing, except it's in another dispensation. So for our generation, not only can you say you were here, but that you actually had sense enough to chronicle what was going on, and the wisdom and insight that you all have. This is going to be the evidence that it happened, because if there's no pictures and there's no sound, it didn't happen. So I give thanks for you taking the time and inviting me out. I'm Chris Mahat, the curator of The Beloved Unseen and the founder and the chief experiential officer of Untold RVA. Deuces, peace, liberation.
Can I get a hug from you, queen?
Oh, wait. Anytime you see me. Peace.
Black man only lived to 25. Guess what? I died at 25. How many kids you know dead at 25? Now that's life. I know 10 that's crumbling and coughing, dead at the doorknob. Fresh out of high school and couldn't find no job, went straight to the grave. I was taught never trust a nigga far as you could see him. Teach a nigga how to fish as opposed to try to feed him. Look a man in the eyes, that's the best way to read him. Cause faces they change, point of views remain. I got a strange feeling that I'm a little bit different beyond the customs and traditions of project living. My
Yes, we back on the K.Kinte show, man. So, you know, we into paying homage to our people, man. I mean, you know, me and this brother, we pay homage to our ancestors and different things. And I mean, you know, I see a lot of people out there, they act like they with our people. You know what I'm saying? I see y'all, but the action speaks louder than words. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody now is a revolutionary. Everybody's a revolutionary. I mean, I ain't even lying, man. Bro, my brother, Hockey Quality Shakur, break down what a revolutionary is to these people. Because I just want people to know, because I feel like it's a difference between being an entertainer and being a revolutionary. You break it down, bro. Let the people know, you know.
It's a big difference, you know, between a revolutionary and an entertainer. A revolutionary is a person that's grassrooted in the movement of the black liberation and struggle of our people. That's the Black Panther Party, RAM, the BLA, Black Liberation Army, the Republic of New Africa, organizations of that sort. A revolutionary is a person that's trying to change the system of white supremacy, and gain equal rights and human rights for our people.
I ain't mean to cut you off, but the key word you said, try to change the system. That means they not trying to stay in the system.
Oh no. A revolutionary, the revolutionary struggle and the black liberation struggle is anti-reform. We're not reformists. We don't believe in trying to reform something that cannot be reformed. It has to be totally destroyed, rebuilt, and carried forward by revolutionary people. Entertainer. Not saying that an entertainer can't get involved in the black liberation struggle and help with the black liberation struggle. The problem I have is trying to make certain entertainers revolutionary and compare them to revolutionary people like Assata Shakur and the Beyonce thing.
I mean, you know, speaking of that, you know, as you said that, I made a picture about that, you know, and my thing was, because I love Beyonce. I don't want people to think I love B. She's one of the greatest entertainers, everything. I love Formation, too. I'm just letting y'all know. But when we talking about revolutionary and different things, I couldn't bat at one. You know, B is an entertainer. You know, revolutionary is a lot of people are out in the field and different things. That's my whole thing with that. You know, what you got to say about that, bro?
The thing with Beyonce, let me say this about the thing with Beyonce. What she did was good. Paying homage to the Black Panther Party was good.
Definitely.
The only thing about that was, you know, the way they were dressed. You know, like the Black Panther women or the Black Panther Party, you would never catch them with nothing, you know, that short, you know, and you dancing around, half naked, shaking your booty. That's not what Kathleen Cleaver was about. That's not what Erica Huggins, you know, was about. That's not what none of the Panther Woman was about. And, you know, I just felt like that part of the, you know, thing was kind of disrespectful towards the Black Panther Party and their 50-year anniversary. Otherwise, it was good because it could empower younger females to, you know, become conscious.
Yeah.
You know, I give her props on that. But when you start comparing it to people like Assata Shakur and all these type of great people who done died.
And see, that's another thing. We can't forget about our elders. That's the most important thing. Now that, you know, see, my thing is now that Beyonce did the, you know, the thing at the Super Bowl, everybody talking about the Black Panthers. And a lot of our Black Panthers political prisoners still locked up, and ain't nobody saying nothing about that. Ain't nobody talking about free Dr. Mutulu Shakur. Speaking on that, it was an article going around saying Mutulu Shakur was free, but that was false, right? Let's speak on that, bro. Like, let people know about that.
Yeah, I definitely want to clear that up. You had a lot of websites like Double XL, the Source magazine, and all these, you know, whitewashed, you know, magazine media sites were saying that Dr. Mutulu Shakur was free. Dr. Mutulu Shakur was not free. The feds denied his release. He goes up for parole on April 4th or April 3rd, 2016. We believe that the COINTELPRO and the FBI was behind that. And, you know, they was trying to cause, you know, what they always did.
Just
like
because of what the Super Bowl.
What the Super Bowl thing and the Black Panther 50th anniversary. We feel like they was trying to agitate and create an atmosphere that wasn't positive by saying that Dr. Mutulu Shakur was free, and they know he was not freed. And he's still being held illegally because his release date was February 10th, 2016. His time was exhausted. You see what I'm saying? So when they put that out there, we felt like they was trying to be disrespectful towards Mutulu Shakur. And, you know, Mutulu Shakur is still incarcerated. Assad Shakur is still in Cuba. Pardon Assad Shakur and free all political prisoners. That's another thing. I want to say, like, all these entertainers, you know, they want to, you know, pay homage to the movements. They want to dress like the movements. But just do one thing. Go write a political prisoner.
That's true. Yeah.
Donate to political prisoners. Learn about political prisoners. You have over 100 political prisoners that's incarcerated from the 1960 struggle. And they could use some help.
Oh, man. You said it, bro. You said it. And speaking on a revolutionary, now, me and this brother, we met a real revolutionary. Now, when I'm talking about a real revolutionary, everybody talking about, we talking about Black Panthers and all that now. We met the co-founder of the Black Panther Party, Bobby Seale. Now, before we go into this video, this a little clip, you know, I just want to show y'all because, you know, I ain't with the facade. If I said I met somebody, I talked to somebody, I'm going to let y'all know y'all going to see that. So, but what I'm saying is with Bobby Seale, the energy I got from that brother, the elder, I mean, you know, he just was about, I feel like he was about his business. He was a real revolutionary. He didn't bite his tongue, you know, and he was for our people. What the energy you got from him, bro?
Oh, that's, you know, Bobby Seale, man. He's a, you know, he's like the highest you're going to get on the pedestal of Black liberation struggle. And, you know, just to be in the, you know, same room with the elder, and, you know, just to, you know, rub hands and, you know, to get the game from him, you know, and, you know, just absorb all that energy. It was a great time. And, you know, I really appreciated to shake his hand, thank him for his struggle, thank him for his sacrifice. I mean, that's Bobby Seale.
I mean, you know, because when I was young, you know, I used to get hyped when I meet like basketball players, you know, rappers. And I'm just being real, I used to get hyped when I meet certain entertainers. But when I met this guy, this revolutionary guy, man, and, you know, he shook my hand, he talked to me. I mean, his spirit alone, I could tell that he was a real brother that really did something for our people and been through. So let's check this video out, man. Bobby Seale, when he came here, and shout out to the Electbo Society for bringing him here when he came here. This was the Bobby Seale video. Let's check this out.
All the people don't have freedom, all the people don't have justice, and all the people don't have power, so that means none of us do. Provide the leadership to the people's revolution so he can take this country and change it. Turn it upside down and put the last first and the first last. Not only for Black people, but for all people.
We declare our right on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being, to be given the rights of a human being in this society, on this earth.
Again, K.Kinte, the conscious comedian. I'm here again, you know, at the Bobby Seale event. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to RVA, shout out to Kroger Spot. You know what I'm saying? When I hollered at Bobby Seale, got me some great knowledge, man, like a lot of y'all should have got. I mean, he was talking about organization, you know what I'm saying? Got even some signed by Bobby Seale, you know. So, you know, feel connected with the ancestors. Juneteenth, man, y'all need to salute, man. You know what I'm saying? Pay homage to your ancestors, man. All power to the people. Boom.
At that street corner, and there were 30, 40 people who just stopped to hear the poem, started hollering, more, 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 more. And you was told, Weasel, I told you Bobby's a great communicator. I said, man, the hell with that stuff. Well, a guy come up, he's had crew cut, yellow t-shirt on jeans, and walked to me and grabbed my arm, talking about, you use obscene language, you're under arrest. I said, man, get your hands off me, who the hell are you? I didn't even know this guy was an undercover cop. I just, you know, me grabbing on me, talking so about grab. And I said, when you talking about obscene language? I said, we just won with the free speech movement in the Supreme Court, and we can say the 4-letter word, fuck all we want, man, because it's called freedom of expression. Well, I'm trying to tell you how this party got started. To go out there and observe those police. We knew it. And I was telling Huey, you got to prove yourself, because you're not a real organizer yet. You'll be an equal leader and organizer with me when you prove yourself. So he did all that research. I backed him up and got all this other stuff, because I'm the one that had the resources to do everything. I rented their office, etc., remote extra shotguns, etc., that kind of stuff. Boom, boom, boom. My point though, so Huey really worked. And I really have to give him credit when he put this, wait a minute, let me show you what he put together. We want land, bread, housing, education, clothing, justice, and peace. We fought in every war up to that time. See what I mean? We were fighting in Vietnam. 29% of all the people who was down in the front lines of Vietnam was African Americans, plus some Native Americans, plus some Hispanic Americans and other people of color, plus some young poor white guys who didn't need to be in the war dying no goddamn way. You see what I mean? So this is where I was coming from when we wrote that 10-point platform and program and I put that Declaration of Independence. I'm a goddamn first-class citizen in this country, even though they treat me second. So I'm gonna act in the manner and the mentality of a first-class citizen. I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna go out here and we're gonna patrol some police, me and you at the side. We're gonna patrol and observe some police. And since we know that they jumped on and beat up some people down in Los Angeles a year earlier after the Watts riots, yes they did.
Yes, welcome back to the K.Kinte show, man. Yeah, that was some clips from Bobby Seale, man. I had to, you know what I'm saying, show y'all some video from that and what that brother, that elder was just speaking. And man, you know, I got the lines opening up, man. If y'all want to call, you know, y'all want to talk about some black history stuff or whatever, you know, feel free. 804-915-5202. You know, holler at me and the brother, Haki Kweli Shakur. You know, I enjoyed, man, doing them videos, which I just want to let you know, bro. You one of the few brothers that I can say, you know, I get some knowledge from you, man, you know, building with you, man, and everything. I can just want to salute you right now. Because brothers like this out here, you need brothers like this out here around, man. You know, and there's a lot of brothers that try to knock what a brother like him and me, certain things we do. And it's like, we not here to go against y'all. I'm just letting y'all know, we're not trying to go against y'all. We here for y'all. So go ahead, bro, speak your piece, man, you know.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, I'm down for meeting anybody and building with anybody on something that's positive as far as that's going, you know, bring change in our city and, you know, wake our people up, man. It's all about waking our people up, you know, doing positive things and, you know, and this violence thing.
And speaking of, and as you spoke about the violence, man, I ain't want to cut you off, but I gotta, you, brother like you, man, this one of my favorite quotes from you that you said. How can you stop the violence if you don't know where the violence come from? Now that quote was deep that you said, man. Explain that to people out there what you meant by that.
What I mean by, you know, you can't stop the violence if you don't know where the violence come from is basically saying that you gotta get educated on our history from the past up until now. See, a lot of people don't want to talk about the past, but you must talk about the past in order to understand now. You see what I'm saying? So, and you know, speaking of the violence, you know, all the violence that's going on in the city right now. I just want to say, like, you know, we're hurt people, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, we are hurt people, and you know.
I mean, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but we hurt psychologically. I mean, we damaged because when you got people that, like I always say this, we grew up around each other. Richmond is so small, ladies and gentlemen, from south side, north side, east end, west end. Y'all know we small. So when we see each other, we might don't want to speak to each other. And everybody, I don't have to speak to them, I don't speak to them. But y'all wondering why the kids acting like this, though. Y'all wondering why the kids got this type of anger and all that. They looking at what we doing. I'm just being honest. They looking at what we doing. I'm 36, but I don't have no kids. But I just sit back and I always observed and knew. You know what I'm saying? It's the way we treat each other as a people.
Exactly.
I mean, just speaking to them, bro. What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Exactly.
Boom. What's wrong with greeting them? What's wrong with that? That it goes a long way. Your energy carries a long way. If you feeding off that positive energy, we gonna get positive energy.
Exactly.
If we feeding off the negative energy, we gonna get negative energy. So we can't fault the kids for what they doing. We gotta look at what we doing, what we ain't do. Let's think about it. Go ahead, bro. Break it down.
It starts in the household.
Yeah.
It starts with your parents, and it starts with accountability. First of all, we got to start being accountable for what we teach our kids, show our kids, and you know, that can do a lot. You know what I mean? Because like in the Black liberation struggle, it's a quote we said: "The revolution starts in your household." Yeah. If it doesn't start in your household, you can't affect nothing outside of your household. You see what I'm saying? And you know, this goes back to one of my comrades in Detroit, organizer Yusuf Shakur, my brother. You know, in the struggle, he got a thing that he says is called "Restoring the Neighbor to the Hood." And what that platform is about is changing the dynamics of our people and the way they think in the hood. Because, okay, take the word neighborhood for a fact. Okay. You got neighbor, you got hood. When you think of hood, you think of drug dealers, thugs, gangsters, and all that type of stuff, which is negative. But when you think of neighbor, we think of mothers, fathers, kids, daughters, all that type of stuff. We got to get back to being neighbors. If we can't get back to being neighbors, you can't change nothing in your community. Because I remember at a time in Richmond, Virginia, when we was coming up, you can leave your door open. You see what I'm saying? And your neighbor got you. So if we don't get back to the neighbor mentality and start taking, care of each other and showing each other love, because, man, our people, man, suffer from a deep self-hate.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And the self-hate mentality and the self-hate complex comes from the structure, system of white supremacy. White supremacy birthed self-hate in the black community. So if you don't, teach your people about the root and the origin of white supremacy, you're not going to understand the self-hate amongst black people. And we're never going to be able to change or stop killing each other.
Oh, man, what you said about that white supremacy, man. I ain't going to go deep in that because we already broke that down on last season. But as far as with this violence thing, man, like, I mean, I just feel like it's more about us loving each other. It's more about us talking to the kids, talking to each other. We can't, because the kids grow up.
They need platforms.
Need platforms. We need to hoop it up. I mean, I remember growing up, man. We had hoop it up. We had the carnival. We had a lot of stuff going on in Richmond now that I see that the kids don't got nothing to do.
They don't have nothing to do.
What else they gonna do?
They have nothing to do. Like, that's another thing. You got to start building platforms that's going to teach our kids about their true history. Like, if you look at the public education systems across the United States, including Richmond, they don't teach black kids about their own history. So if they don't know nothing about themselves, that's going to discourage them from the get-go, because you're already living under a system that devalues our life. So if we don't have no value on our life, it ain't gonna be a thing for me to come outside and kill you, because I don't even value myself. When I look in the mirror, I hate myself. You see what I'm saying? So when I go outside in the street, I ain't gonna show you no love. I'm gonna kill you. Just like that. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta
see, and that's the type of energy that's running around Richmond, Virginia right now.
I
mean, and like a lot of people say, we got a lot of violence and going on. But I grew up in the early '90s where we was the murder capital.
Exactly.
I'm just saying I grew up through some rough times in Richmond, Virginia. And I'm not saying there's not no rough times now, but I just feel like what's going on now is a lot of stuff that can be prevented, though, just by our actions of treating each other. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Hurt people. Heal people. That's what you got to get into the people mentality, man. If they don't understand that and we start loving ourselves, we're going to always hate each other. We're never going to come together. We're just going to keep the cycle going. But I just want to make the emphasis of all these organizations in Richmond, start teaching about the origin of our history from slavery up until now. Because if you don't understand the dynamic of slavery until now, you cannot understand why we are the way we are.
See, what you talking about, you going into another topic, because they here in Richmond, Virginia, we don't want to talk about no slavery. We don't want, and this is the first slave state.
This is where it started.
And you got to always go back to your origin of as a people.
Like the Bob and Malcolm X said, who taught you to hate yourself? We didn't teach ourselves to hate ourselves. It came from a structured system, which was slavery. You see what I'm saying? And that system that was created in slavery, which is white supremacy, is still prevalent right now. See, that's the part we don't get. It's political, economic, social oppression. Economic oppression is the worst oppression. You see what I'm saying? Because it's systematic, it's institutionalized. If we don't fix that problem right there, and I'm not talking about no reform, I'm talking about destroying all that and rebuilding it and start teaching these things. See, a lot of organizations in Richmond, they sugarcoating it. You see what I'm saying?
They more of a capitalist.
I wouldn't say they capitalists. Okay. I would say they're more of reformers. They want to reform something that cannot be reformed. You see what I'm saying? You have to change that system completely. And, it deals with economics. You know what I'm saying? We live in, who's the most impoverished people in the city? New African, black people. You see what I'm saying? And if that cycle continues, the violence is going to continue, because these kids don't have nowhere to get a job. We don't have no black-owned businesses. We can't do for self. It's all about doing for self, self-determination, independence. That's what we fight for in the black liberation struggle.
So, man, look, we got 7 minutes left on the K.Kinte show, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the first episode, man. This was a special one with the Black history. I like to bring it, to start my seasons off. I got them characters for y'all. I got the foolery, Glasses, Scully. I know all y'all want to see that, but I had to open it up with some great Black history, because I know a lot of people, when I'm talking about this, they probably turned the station or walked away, because it's like we really don't value our people, man, especially our elders right now, especially the people that did a lot for us, man.
And I want to say that comes from the system. The system doesn't value Black life. So once that is embedded in the mentality of our kids and our people, that we are not a valuable people, we're not going to value each other. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? That's why when you go out in the street, they're hanging on the corner. You know what I mean? They beefing with each other. They're quick to ride down on each other because he's looking at you as a person that's not valuable, because he doesn't value himself. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? It's all about self-love and the value of self. We got to get back to that, and you got to get back to restoring the neighbor to the hood, the neighborhood. We got to get back to being neighbors.
And before we go in different things, I want to say this too, far as with a lot of conscious people out there. I want to talk to y'all, man. A lot of fake conscious people, or if y'all is conscious, when y'all see brothers like this, man, this brother right here, myself, and we doing things, and we might want to try to link up with y'all. I'm trying to figure out what's the deal, because it's like, is it a competition, or is we brothers and sisters out here? I just want to know. You know what I mean? Because what you feel about that, bro?
The problem with that right there is, like, you got a lot of people out here that's, another thing that Black people have been indoctrinated is we have to be in competition in everything that we do. And it's not a competition when it's come to your people and your race, survival and self-preservation. Like Malcolm X said, the first laws of nature is self-preservation. You must self-preserve your people, man. And it's not a competition in saving your people. So when you see brothers that's out here doing something positive, you're supposed to support that. It's not a competition. I'm gonna support you, you support me.
I know, a lot of people say, well, they rebels. They against the system. They this and that. No, this is Black History Month, the shortest month on the calendar they gave us. So I gotta go all the way in. Some of y'all gonna pity pat it. A lot of y'all gonna be on social network just being revolutionaries. We ain't gonna get out in the street. We ain't gonna help each other. We don't wanna hook up with each other because everybody wanna outdo each other. Go ahead, bro. In the show, this drops
exactly. People, man. As far as Black History Month, I mean, that's just the that's just the short stick of our history, man. Yeah. Our history is long. It's great. Our history been ever since the continent of Africa. We got great history there. Like, our history is 365 days a year. But the key thing I want to say is teach these type of history inside your households, because they're not getting taught this history in public schools. They're only getting taught one side of the story. So,
and speaking about public schools, man, get on public schools that money, man, too, man. I'm looking at the news. Get that public schools the money, man. For real, y'all keeping that money for y'all. The public schools need the money, don't it?
Yeah, they need the money. They need the money. They most definitely need the money, but they need to start implementing more African-centered education in these public schools, so you can start teaching our babies about themselves. If people don't know about themselves, man, they're just gonna be a wild lost people running around with their head cut off, committing violence. You see what I'm saying?
So, man, I like to thank my brother right here, Haki Kweli Shakur. Thank you, bro, for this being on the first.
I appreciate it.
First show, of season 4, man. Thank you for dropping the jewels. I hope y'all out there enjoyed something. I hope I made y'all laugh. I hope we made y'all think. I hope y'all got some knowledge. Come back next week. We got the buffoonery. We already know how it's gonna go down, man. I got a lot of skits for y'all, man. I've been out here doing my work, man. I've been out here doing my research. You see me dressed up, y'all mess with me. Y'all feel me? I feel like Ebony Man a little bit. I feel like the Ebony Man of the year. I ain't even lying. Let me go ahead and wrap it up, though. K.Kinte Show, Season 4. Check me out next week, 7:30, 8:30. Y'all know how we do.